Give it 10 seconds.
No, we are live.
No. My experience tells me it says you're live. It still takes about good 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds.
So it is 9 and 10 now.
Now we must be live. So hello and welcome to Sports Today Dugout. We've had to come at a different time, but today being a very lazy day.
Lazy day?
Yeah, because no match. You were in a wedding.
But I was in office also after the wedding. I mean, I actually
So you
had
had
to...
a hectic day?
No, my day started a bit early. Earlier than the usual. So,
That's interesting.
yeah.
So the only interesting bit of news to have come today is from the IPL front, and because it's such a complex IPL schedule
Situation.
that has been announced, so I have got a in-house expert who has sat and figured out everything there is in terms
No,
of who will.
I just went to AajTak. They did a beautiful story, a piece where Rashika and Jay explained each and everything,
Wow.
point by point. I saw the story, and that is how I realized that this year's format is going to be very different, maybe a bit complicated. But the point is, will it be as entertaining? Will it be as...
First, why don't you, in that, they did it in Hindi, but we'd love for you to tell us.
My Hindi is
tell our
also
viewers.
my English is also Hindi, but they've got 10 teams now, so they've split that into two groups, 5 teams each, which means that if you're part of the group and I'm
Yeah.
part of another group, they've ranked the teams. So in order of their IPL history, the championships that they've won,
So
the
seedings,
matches, yes, they've
basically
been seeded.
seeding.
So let's say hypothetically, if Mumbai is 1 and Chennai is 2, so Mumbai will be Group A number 1 and Chennai will be Group B number 1. Let's say a team is number 3, so they'll be Group A number 2. The fourth team will be, and so on. So the last two teams, the
new ones.
Lucknow and Gujarat, they'll be 9 and 10.
Got it. So now what happens between the two teams?
We can actually explain.
Oh, we can. So I'll just pick it up in my hand. Don't worry. Come on, that's the whole fun. Hey, let us explain to you in terms of graphics, in terms of seeding. Come, Vikrant. So you can see here, these are our seedings, which are, you can sit.
So let's say MI is the Group A number 1.
Yeah.
And CSK is the Group B number 1.
Yeah.
Then you've got KKR, SRH. So what will happen is, one team, Mumbai Indians,
Yeah.
will still play 14 games as they used to play earlier. So the 14 games would be, they'd be playing these 4 in their own group. So they'll play them 2 games each,
Yes.
just like the old format. Which
that's
means that
6
they
done.
play KKR twice, RR twice, DC twice, LSG twice. So these would be 8 games. They play the other group 1 game each. But if you play 5 games, so 8 plus 5 would be 13. But it is supposed to be 14. So MI will play their corresponding team, which is CSK, twice. And the other teams just once each. So 8, 10 and 14.
Okay.
For KKR, they'll play these teams twice. They'll play these teams once, but KKR will play SRH twice. RR will play RCB twice. DC will play Punjab twice, and so on. So this is how you derive your 14 games.
So as things stand right now, Mumbai Indians, all teams below them, they're going to play them twice, and the team exactly opposite of them, they will play them twice. Everyone else once.
The other group,
Similarly,
once each.
KKR, all other teams in their group twice, the team in front of them twice, and rest of them once. So that
Exactly.
is simply sorted. So it's not as complex as we thought.
The only thing is that, earlier you were used to playing every team twice.
Yeah.
So
Now.
people would then say that maybe it becomes a lottery as to which team you're playing twice and which
Yeah.
team you're playing just once.
But what is the good thing in this is because they're going to seed everyone. So I think it's good that otherwise what could have happened had it been a lucky draw, then people would have said, oh, let's say Mumbai has got an easier team to play twice from the other group.
No, but tell me
now,
one thing.
now you'll say at least
You
competitive.
don't cut down on the numbers. The number of matches will only go up.
Yes.
So if you're playing, you will have 70 league games plus the 4 knockout games. So you're not cutting down on the number of games.
Yeah.
My point is, if they had, so that would have been more games. I think
Yes.
10 more games.
Correct.
10 more games.
So that is how it is.
If
I
we'd
think
gone to the older
why
format.
can't they have every team twice, but that you think is going to extend the IPL to very long, and then that would mean that would be 18 games, right?
So
Yeah,
18
for
games
each
would
team.
meet. It'll mean 9 games into 10. So that would have actually been 90 league games.
Yeah.
Plus the 4 knockout.
That's too much, you reckon?
I, they did
Eventually
say
it
that
might
eventually
happen.
it will.
Yeah.
From the next year's
IPL.
IPL cycle, which would also be the start of the new media cycle, they'll have 94 games only. So this year will be 74. Because it is the existing cycle. More games than the ones that you had last year, but next year would be more.
Oh, what do you then overall make? I mean, firstly, it's complex, so I'd love to hear your comments as well. What you are saying, in terms of how they've made the groups, how each team is going to play. That makes it interesting. Somebody was saying that Group A is group of death. That was the left-hand side, like here. Rashika, can you open the groups 1 second, please? That graphic. So Anish says Group A is group of death. So that we will just see. That has got Mumbai Indians, Kolkata Knight Riders, Rajasthan Royals.
You
Delhi
can flip the
Capitals.
camera and take the
Yeah,
camera
no,
view.
now I can see it. Now
No,
I
you
can.
can-
No, they won't be able to see it. Now.
They can.
No, we can see it now.
Okay.
So Mumbai Indians, KKR, Rajasthan Royals, Delhi Capitals, and Lucknow Super Giants. That you're saying is group of death. The other one, CSK, SRH, RCB, Punjab Kings, and Gujarat. I agree. This side, Mumbai, strong team. KKR, historically, very well. Rajasthan Royal have now got a good squad. Delhi Capitals, last 2-3 seasons have been very good. And Lucknow Super Giant on paper was looking like the best team after the auction. So that's true. That is looking like a much tougher group.
So which
compared to
team do you
Group B.
think after the auctions, the change of players, are the top 2 teams in Group A?
Group A, I would say Lucknow Super Giants and Delhi Capitals was there. Not Mumbai Indians, I'm not talking. Based on the squad that they've picked. So it is a close contest between Rajasthan and Delhi Capitals. But Lucknow Super Giant is my number 1 team from Group
Not
A.
Mumbai Indians.
Not Mumbai Indians. Based on the squad that
And
each team has
Group B?
picked. Group B, I was liking Punjab was looking good on paper, but that's the thing with Punjab. They always look good on paper, but it's not how the team performs. CSK wasn't looking bad, SRH wasn't looking great, and Gujarat Titans wasn't. So it's a close call between CSK, Royal Challengers Bangalore, and Punjab.
Punjab.
Kings.
And Punjab and CSK will nudge out RCB most likely.
Yeah, that's how. I mean, based on
He said, yeah.
based on my calculation of how the teams were looking.
Rashika, you are yet to give me that video.
A lot of people from Indore who's joining us. Very nice. Thanks for joining us. IPL will start. Acha, quickly, we have about 7-8 minutes to go. What happens tomorrow? Any chance for Sri Lanka? Anything?
I don't think so.
What if
I
there's a
don't think
collapse?
so.
Some collapse.
See, anything can
happen?
happen in cricket. I mean,
India 44-4. Is there a chance?
can happen. It
But-
can happen.
But still, does Lanka have
It won't
a chance?
happen. I mean, it can happen, but it will not happen. I mean, it's just that there are possibilities in sport, and there would be possibilities in cricket as well. And it's a 2020 game, wherein chances of any team recovering from a collapse they're less.
As we see in the IPL.
But again, Nikhil, I won't be surprised if the first game is actually a repetition of what happened in Lucknow, the second game. I mean, you get about 200 runs and then they get to 130, 140. That's it. One big challenge tomorrow is the weather in Dharamshala. It
What?
might just rain.
It was raining cats and dogs right outside our office in Delhi NCR.
It might just rain in Dharamshala, and if that happens, that'll be an anticlimax because since 2016, no game has ever been completed in Dharamshala.
Oh.
No international game, I mean.
So that is one issue. Weather is an issue. Just to let you know, north of India, those of you who are not staying here, it was raining very heavily outside. We are in Delhi NCR. It was raining very heavily, and rain is predicted for the next 2 days. And because it's the entire north belt that is going to get rain, so that's why Vikrant is saying that rain is a threat. But again, if India were to chase, again, what do you think? Sri Lanka, what is their total that can challenge India? 170 plus if they
See,
get?
170, you will have a game on. But 170 again for Sri Lanka to get also.
Yeah, is a big challenge.
Yeah, and then again, the kind of players that they have.
Yeah.
Very interesting bit that you gave me about the troll, the Sri Lankan troll who was
Yeah,
writing
Daniel
the
Alexander.
players missing from the Sri Lankan team. And if somebody were to write the players missing from the Indian camp, obviously, there's no
Yeah.
comparison. It's oranges versus lemons. But I don't think Sri Lanka will have a chance because they know deep inside their own camp that they've got no chance, which means that mentally they are here, but they also know that the writing is on the wall.
I was reading a very famous Sri Lankan journalist. Again, the name slips out of my head. He's always there when we go. Covers that one print journalist. I forget his name. So
Rex?
Rex Clementine,
Rex,
correct.
Rex.
So he had written something. So see, and he's a very learned, old hand in Sri Lanka journalism. He said, see, the series result is a foregone conclusion. So if you're in Dharamshala, might as well go and meet Dalai Lama. I think that's the one thing that you can look forward to, or the Sri Lankan team can look forward to. So that just gives you an idea that even people who follow Sri Lankan cricket on a daily basis are also seeing this as a one-sided contest. That said, as Vikrant pointed out, you never know in a T20 game, upsets can happen. Before we wrap up, the war is on. A lot of people are focusing on the Ukraine versus Russia conflict. How has that impacted sport? Just to let guys know, in terms of our update. One, the Champions League that was to happen in Russia, the final of football's UEFA Champions League has been shifted to Paris now. The Russian Grand Prix has been cancelled. We saw the Barcelona-Napoli game last night, which was a Europa League game. Before the game started, both teams came out with a banner saying "Stop War." So it is beginning to affect
Russia may
sporting world.
just win this war, but I think in the sporting world they'll lose out on a lot of things. Lot of things.
Right.
Not just Russia, I mean the Russian individual players as well.
Let's answer a few questions. Still have 5 minutes. Suraj Sharma, Vikrant sir, Prithvi Shaw, why is he not in line?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised, Nikhil, because I thought after the World Cup last year that Prithvi Shaw will be among the front runners this year. But he's nowhere to be seen. I mean, that's very, very
But how?
strange.
Okay, let me ask you a counter
I
question.
don't know. I don't think it's just cricketing reasons.
Okay, if there's Venkatesh Iyer, who had a better IPL than Prithvi Shaw, if there is Ruturaj Gaikwad, who had a better IPL than, thank you so much,
Thank you,
Chindarji
Jinder.
is a regular, what do you call, hospitality king who looks after us. So he brought us some hot tea on a day that it's raining outside. So I'm saying Venkatesh Iyer as an opener, outstanding IPL, goes ahead in the pecking order. Ruturaj Gaikwad, outstanding IPL, comparing to Prithvi Shaw, ahead in that batting order, in a team which already has a KL Rahul, a Rohit Sharma, as regular openers. So you already got 2 regular openers, 2 backup openers. How do you fit Prithvi Shaw in?
See, Prithvi Shaw is not a regular opener. I mean, there's a super chat as well. Prithvi Shaw is somebody who can take the game. He can take the game away from any opposition in the first 6 overs. We've seen that in the IPL.
True.
And I don't think it is entirely dependent on the kind of bowlers that he faces. I mean, regardless of the bowling that he faces.
Yeah.
So if he's got that capability, but again, I think India would have decided that they can't open with him, so they're going to open with KL Rahul, and the others I think are like for like.
Yeah.
Ruturaj or Venkatesh Iyer or whosoever, they're like for like. Prithvi Shaw is not like for like. Prithvi Shaw is somebody I think who's tailor made for T20s.
Rajiv Jha is saying stop being soft on Russia. Russia is an autocratic country and Putin is just like Hitler. But we are not anyway political analysts, so we're not even getting into it. What we are doing is giving you the updates related to the war that are affecting the world of sports. So leaving that, Palash Swami had another super chat who said, any idea when the actual schedule is going to be out for IPL? I think that will still take a fair bit of time.
I think 3-4 days, maybe 5 days, that's it. I think since they're going to play the same venue more or less, they'll come out with the schedule next week.
Okay. A lot of folks watching us from Nepal as well. Thank you so much for joining us. So, there's a huge fan following when it comes to Indian cricket in Nepal. And I love Sandeep Lamichhane. Delhi didn't use him very well. He's a very good bowler.
They let him go.
Yeah, they let him go. He's very good in Big Bash League. Does very, very well. Deepak Chahar's update final I'll give you before we... Deepak Chahar is in the NCA, has got an injury on his thigh and then will have to recover. May take 3 weeks or so. And
Maybe more than that.
So at least I'm hearing 1 or 2 matches of the IPL also.
Oh
might
yes,
miss,
oh
huh?
yes.
Or more than that. Okay, Ji. On that note, thanks. Love to you back
See you
for
tomorrow.
Damodar Bhandari.
The match day.
Match day. We'll see you. Till that time, see you. Bye bye.
Oh, there's a. You can take this.
Okay,
Just
let's
cancel
take.
this.
Oh, Sarvesh is saying Rahul sir ko he's been saying for so long. Why don't you do a video on Tokyo experience? How it was, different areas. How did you go? Sarvesh, I'll pass on your message.
Chalo ji, bye bye.
Okay, bye.